Hello, and welcome to the online room selection tutorial presented by University Housing and Dining at the University of Iowa. In this video, we will show you how to select a room with a confirmed roommate, and select a room in a living learning community or LLC. To participate in online room selection, you needed to have your housing application submitted by the May 3rd deadline. If you met this deadline, you will receive an email with information about online room selection and your room selection time slot. Before we get started, we encourage you to look at our housing and dining websites in order to assist you with the room selection process if you have questions about a specific building. There are a number of ways to access the housing portal. On our housing website, you can select Get Started in the Apply box on the main homepage. You can also hover over the Living on Campus tab at the top and select Apply, and then select the application for 2021-2022 new students. You can also go to My UI and select Housing Application from the homepage under the Student Involvement and Support box. Once you've returned to the housing portal during your room selection time slot, you will log in and select the Housing Application tab along the yellow bar at the top of the page. Then you will select the appropriate application and click Continue. The first page in the application will contain the instructions for online room selection. Please note, after you assign yourself and/or your roommate to a space, you will not be able to make changes until all steps in the room selection process are completed. If you decide to change spaces, you will not be able to assign your roommate to a new space. They will need to do so manually during their own time slot. If you have been assigned to a space by your roommate, please refer to our other video tutorial titled Roommate to Room Selection for instructions on the required information about renter's insurance, meal plans, and bed configurations. To continue to the next step, click Save and Continue. On this page, you can select the residence hall you wish to reside in. If there is no space available in a particular residence hall, you will not see it appear on this page. However, the housing portal is live and availability may change at any time. If you have accepted a spot in a living learning community or LLC, only that building will appear. After you select the building, you will be able to select an available room on that LLC's floor. You will not be able to select a different building or floor using the filters. If you have been admitted to the honors program, Dom Residence Hall will be automatically available for selection as space allows. Please note, by clicking Select under a building, you are not committing to that building and will have the option to change your preference on the next step. On the Room List step, you can preview all available rooms in your selected residence hall. On the left, you can use the filters to narrow down your search or view other buildings, room types, or floors. If no rooms are shown due to limited availability, you can adjust your search by adjusting the filters. If you would like to see more information about a specific room, click Room Occupant and Floor Info. When you select Room Occupant and Floor Info, you can quickly view room information including room occupants, billing rates, room types, and the number of spaces available in the room. You will also be able to see a layout of the room, hall floor plan, and the profile of any student currently occupying the room. Please note that your selected room may vary from the image provided as it represents a typical room layout. We do not offer individual tours or pictures for the specific rooms before move-in. To go back at any point in the room selection process, click the Go Back button at the bottom of the page. Once you find the room you like, click Select Room to add it to your cart. Once a room is added to your cart, you will have 10 minutes to complete the room selection process. If you deselect your initial room and select a new room, the timer will reset. You can only have 2 rooms in your cart at the same time, and this should only be the case if you are assigning a confirmed roommate to both sides of a suite in Mayflower. To move on, click Assign Beds at the bottom of the page. You will now be able to assign yourself to a bed from the drop-down menu. Once selected, click Assign Bed. If you have a verified roommate in the housing application and are the first in your group to select a room, you will be able to assign your roommate to a bed as shown. Once your room is confirmed, you will not have the option to move your verified roommate if you decide to change rooms. Once you and your roommate are assigned to the space, click Assign Beds at the bottom of the page. If you receive any errors during the online room selection process, please do not worry. Our staff is here to help and would be happy to assist you. You can contact our office via phone or email from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. To confirm your room selection, please click Book My Room. If your booking was successful, you will be directed to the room selection confirmation page as shown below. After your room selection confirmation, you will now have the option to enroll in or opt out of renter's insurance. GradGuard is a third-party company that partners with University Housing and Dining but is not affiliated with the University of Iowa. It is not required that students enroll in renter's insurance, but the university is not responsible for lost, stolen, or damaged property. After making your selection through the GradGuard website, you will be automatically rerouted back into the housing portal. To continue on, select Continue with Application. Please review the following information about meal plans. At the bottom of this page, you can select your preferred meal plan from the drop-down menu and hit Save and Continue. Please note that students without a university-supplied kitchen are required to have either the Black or Gold meal plan. Students with a kitchen can select Black, Gold, or Hawkeye meal plans. You will have the option to change your meal plan online on our dining website in the first 2 weeks of the fall and spring semesters. If you have any dietary accommodations, please contact our nutrition specialist, Laura Crotto Lopez. For more information about meal plans, please visit our dining website at dining.uiowa.edu. Once you have made your selection, click Save and Continue at the bottom of this page. Lastly, you will need to indicate your preferred bed configuration. To minimize contact between custodial staff and students and to increase efficiency, all bed DLAFs will be completed before students move in. You will have the option to change your bed configuration after move-in if desired by completing a work order at your building's front desk. On this page, you can review the 5 bed configuration options and select the one you prefer at the bottom. Then hit Save and Continue. Congratulations! You have completed all the necessary steps for the room selection process, and we are excited to have you on campus in the fall. Below is a summary of your room assignment. You will receive your housing contract via email after the room selection period has ended. You will have the option to change your room by selecting I want to change my room at the bottom of this page. Please note you cannot assign your roommate to a new room. Once the portal is closed, you will be able to add your name to a building change waitlist later in the summer. The room change process is very similar to the initial room selection process. You will start by selecting your desired building and click Select Room to assign yourself to a bed. After assigning yourself to a bed, you will be able to review and confirm your room change. The page below will show up when you have successfully changed your room assignment. If you have any questions about the room selection process, please visit our website or contact us. Our office is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. Please include your 8-digit university ID number in any and all communications with our office.